What rhymes with advice? Hey everyone, let me give you some advice. Buy our 5th anniversary merchandise. Oh! For the past few months, we've been working really hard on these designs so that they would be cool looking and super comfortable and also at affordable price. Our 5th anniversary merch collection is only available for a limited amount of time, so grab it while you can. Hope you enjoy our reaction.
Hi, I'm Sean, React to the...
Don't mind me.
Hi, I'm Sean, React to the K's channel arranger and host of Classical Composer Breaks Down the K.
And I'm Umu, also Umushroom.
Umushroom?
Umushroom! I'm wearing my mushroom hat. It's been a while. The mushroom hat is making a comeback. And I do this channel. I am this channel. This channel is me. And so today we are reacting to Taemin Advice. We both heard the teaser. I was like, ooh, harmony. And he was like, 18th century harmony. And because there is a piano, he's a piano player. I'm not. I tried. I almost failed. Okay, we ready? Be my guest.
3, 2, 1.
Advice! Oh. Yes.
Okay, pretty much Wow. Really quick articulations.
Suddenly, the progression continues in the background. That's nice. And
yeah.
so smooth and high register, while the beginning was so quick and lower register.
Yeah.
What the hell? Piano back. I love this section. That is so nice variation.
Yeah.
With this deep bass, hip hop. We're going from attitude-y classical music to attitude-y hip hop. That's what we're flipping between.
Yeah, it's going. I mean, it's going up to a C6, although I am guessing he's singing.
Effective.
Yeah, I think he's probably singing the lower octave and then they've just doubled it up.
Oh, added in the strings. That sounds like possibly one of the co-writers. Nice.
I appreciate putting the little cadence at the end.
Yeah, sews it together very nicely.
Still, oh, okay, maybe it's just the accent. Okay. I liked the contour, like the beginning having almost like the rhythms I would associate with rap, but he's singing. And then I think the pre-chorus he actually does rap a little bit. And then, I mean, it's pretty quick throughout, but a little bit more fluid in the choruses. I felt like it was too much of the same progression for the progression not being any more interesting. Like when it's a really colorful progression, I can be fine with it just being the same one. But just sort of the A minor, a bunch of 1, 5, 1, and then 7, like major 7 tonicizing 3, the relative major, and then 6, and then 4.
Basically, at the beginning of the progression, we stay in this very comfortable area. We kind of know where it's going to go. We're able to predict where it's going to go. And then we have like this little lifted feeling. And that's the 5 of C. That's where we escape a tiny bit from the original key, but still it feels pretty comforting. And then we kind of like travel up, and then we go back to that comfortable area. And so what we mean by more of a more colorful progression, that would be escaping the tonal area that we were in. This one we are mostly consistently in it. And so basically that progression repeats throughout the entire song, even when the piano disappears, even when we go into that more hip hop, electronic section, we still have that progression. And so because you're right, because they kept playing the same progression over and over, I didn't really feel quite any dramatic energy rise or fall. It's just kind of consistent.
Yeah, like I'm used to, I mean, there are plenty of things that start out pretty harmonically straightforward in the verses or perhaps in the chorus, but it's like I like something that like it goes a bit further afield at some point, whether it's in the pre-chorus or in the bridge. Like those are the most common places to do it. And it just kind of felt like it was the same progressions with very sort of straightforward functions.
But it's beautiful to listen to, and I really want to dive into the rhythms of the first verse and what he did with his voice, because there was a lot of you know what I mean? Like squeals and clenches and growls, that type of stuff, which just added so much more personality to that first verse. 3, 2, 1. So dramatic.
Oh, it's, I was forgetting the pattern.
I love that syncopation there.
That is the one thing that I think does take it out of that period, is like anticipating the F chord.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Where originally, how harmonically it progresses, it's more 18th century.
Well, okay, I don't know if...
Teach me.
Well, okay, I guess it could be late 18th century, late 18th century or early 19th. Like, I feel like just kind of around 1800 on either side of, like, late 1700s, early 1800s would be appropriate. I don't know what I hear. I feel like I think most of, like, Schubert or so.
Okay, is that who you'd recommend people to listen to if they enjoyed this piano?
Maybe, yeah, probably. I think that's probably
Schubert.
Like that's who it makes me think most of. I'm not placing it with any piece or anything, but
that's the general area. Okay, ready to continue? 3, 2, 1. I love that part when he goes, no, descends while the piano ascends. It kind of tricks my brain. It's like, my brain's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I like how, like, even when he's sort of just flicking his voice up, it's still like landing on something. Da, da. It's not just kind of going into nothing. Like it's going to a particular note that has a role in the melody.
It kind of sounds like a French horn exercise. We call those notes, 2 connected notes, slurs. 3, 2, 1. And now we're less syncopated. Lots of subdivisions. Very comfortable rhythmically. Very downbeat heavy. AA chorus. I think he might change the end of this phrase. Similar to Criminal's chorus. Yeah. It looks like a duck. Oh. Duck! Like a duck bill. So these rhythms are just a little variation on first verse, but otherwise instrumental is the same plus the claps. Nice. I think there's a little bit in after this first chorus. We didn't have too much of a bridge or departure for the bridge.
No.
202, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, same progression as before. Even the same notes singing, except less rhythmic. It's just smoother, but the same notes. 211, 3, 2, 1. And plus strings. I love the bass drum rhythmic here. Here live, we could venture off into a piano virtuosic solo like they did in Don't Call Me. I was expecting that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of a good setup for a cadenza.
Oh, we want a cadenza. I'm gonna just look up, see Taemin advice live. No, we want a cadenza. Just copy paste the Don't Call Me cadenza and put it in here and change the key.
Nice.
.243 of live 3, 2, 1. That's hard melody. Good try. Good try. Good attempt. It's hard to get good direction and be in tune with that.
Yeah, it's sitting pretty high.
Okay, he does sing, but something.
Yeah. Yeah, he's singing the lower octave and then.
I think I might get a little bit addicted to this song. The piano rhythm is, even though that progression repeats throughout, I'm just obsessed with how it's mixed. I'm obsessed with its sound. I'm obsessed with its rhythms. I don't know. First off, not like the biggest impact on me, but I like that mix of more throwback classical piano with this new, more modern hip hop sound. I think that's a cool idea. And they definitely could have gone to other areas to keep us more engaged in the song, but I think it's pretty great for what it currently is. You not so much?
Yeah, I mean I love Taemin, but I'm really pretty lukewarm on this song. I feel like there's nothing, like it's all competently made, right? There's nothing that I listen to it is like, oh, that was bad. There's some nice contrast in how the vocals work and the production, but it's like there's nothing that seems special. There's no timbre that stands out. There's no moment the harmonies stand out. It's just like the whole thing's fine, and I expect more from Taemin. Like I expect some outstanding moments.
Would it have been more outstanding if they chose a more colorful progression?
Yes.
But can you name another K-pop song that has an 18th century piano-inspired pattern in it?
I can't think of another one. I don't know, maybe it's just that like I've been in classical music long enough that like things that just sound very plain in classical music, it's just like don't strike me anywhere because I've heard them.
But for those who haven't been in the classical music world for forever, this
maybe
is
it sounds
cool.
new. It probably does sound newer.
Yes.
Or fresher.
Pretty cool. So let's end this video. What was your favorite moment of the song?
The verses, just because I thought the way that he handled the rhythms was probably the most interesting to me.
Yay! Thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you in a future video. Bye-bye. Are you going to say goodbye?
Oh, bye. Sorry.